Well, just meeting up with Jonas. Hi, Jonas. Good morning to you.
Morning. It's a little earlier than we usually set off.
Right, we got a day and a half today. The car's charged up to 90%. It's about the most I ever charge it. People say charge to 100%. I don't. It's an NMC battery. Doesn't need to, and I'll explain why on the way with our various stops. The point of the journey is we're going to be doing massive mileage, about 450 miles, maybe more, and it's to show that for all those people out there who say a car can't road trip, we're going to do a road trip, and the aim of the trip today is not to have to stop to charge. Now, we're not clickbaiting anything. We're going to be, obviously we're going to have to charge, but what we're going to do, it's early, we haven't had breakfast yet, so we're going to go on the route. We're going to stop for breakfast. When we stop, we're going to charge the car. Every time we stop to film or charge the car, if there's a suitable charger, we will charge it. And we're going to show that you can do a whole trip, 400 or 500 miles, without having to stop once.
So how much driving did you say this was?
8 hours.
So we're accepting that that's far more than people would reasonably drive in a typical day.
Well, no, I do get some idiots who tell me that their average day is 450 mile and they have to charge 3 times at a Tesla charger and queue up. You know the sort. But yeah, this in my entire lifetime, this is the longest I would ever have driven. It's not going to be in one go. The longest in one go was a trip down to Cornwall, where we used to live, and I went down seeing family, and that was a journey I did in a single trip, stopping once for a toilet break. 350 miles that was. So this is going to be long. Yeah.
That doesn't sound like the best of journeys.
Yeah, well, that was long story to that one, but yeah, I might tell you a story about that one day, but yeah. Anyway, so we're showing just over 200 mile range on the car. We're planned for first stop, we got to go for breakfast. So we're going to be stopping at a place we can charge the car. And after that, we've got a really interesting stop for the first one. So on the route, we got really interesting stops we've never been to before. We're also meeting up with a Patreon member at some point to do an interview. It's going to be quite an interesting day.
Right, well, we best get started then. Let's hit the road.
Let's go. So our first stop is actually near Penrith. It's a place called Reggad, and it's a Westmoreland service station, not on the motorway, just off the motorway, and it's a typical Westmoreland. It's nothing like a normal services. So that's going to be our first filming session. Our first breakfast is going to be at Tebay. So we're going to stop at Tebay.
Classic.
Lovely breakfast there, and we'll plan out some of the routes. That's the route roughly that we've got for today.
So a giant circle right in the middle of the country.
Absolutely. And it's showing a total of 487 miles. So you can guarantee that with a few diversions, it's going to be 500 miles, way beyond the range of the car. So we need at least 2 full fill-ups on this.
Go on then, and the chance of us staying on track and actually doing this?
It's planned, so we'll do this. So let's get on the way and see, but we're heading for breakfast because we haven't eaten yet. So our first stop then will be Tebay Services. Love going there, it's my favourite services. And we're going to have breakfast. Obviously, while we're there are Tesla superchargers there, so we will charge the car while we're there. From there, it's only a little hop up to a place called Reggad, which is just off the M6, a little bit further north. And that one is a new Tesla supercharger, open to all, which has not opened to anyone yet. It's the chargers are all in place, but the power, to my knowledge, has not yet been connected. I'm hoping it is, but I don't think so. From there, we're just going to head straight east. And for all you over there watching who say we never get to the east, we're going to Newcastle, and that's about as east as you get. And northeast, I suppose it is.
I think when we hit Newcastle, we can officially say we've been over to the east with the channel.
Yeah, well, there's nothing further because Newcastle's on the coast, or virtually on the coast. So that's the north.
I don't know, I have a feeling there'll be at least one viewer that comments that it's not east enough.
Yeah, I suppose so. But anyway, it's east for us. So we're going to go from the sea this side to the sea that side. So it's the Irish Sea this side and the North Sea on the other side. So there we're going to have a look at what the charging situation is, because we're told it's pretty dire. but an initial glance, we've done a bit of research, this initial glance says it's absolutely nowhere near as bad as I've been led to believe. So we're going to have a look, and we'll go to maybe some grid serve chargers, Ionity chargers, Fastned. I'm not going to stick to filming at Teslas only, but we will be using Teslas for charging, mainly because it's so cheap. Just to give you an idea, at this time of day, we're in peak, 8 o'clock's peak time, so we're going to be in peak time the whole of the day. The average price I've just noticed is 37p. And for all of you who charge at GridServe or Ionity, that's going to be half the price you pay. So you can see why we're using them. So from Newcastle, we're going to do 2 or 3 filming stops there. Then we're going to head straight down the A1M. We'll stop a few times down the A1M just to have a look what's available. And then we're meeting up with a Patreon member, Jason, who been with us for a long time. Met him briefly at the Harrogate Everything Electric show a year ago. So we're going to do some filming there, and there's again a few new Tesla superchargers. There's a couple of GridServe hubs, and I think there's an Ionity hub as well. Then we're going to head due west. We're going to go through places like Newark, cutting under Derby, and we're going across to Stoke-on-Trent, which is a great location for us. So from there we will head just up north the M6 and back home again. And according to Google, the whole journey's 487 miles.
So we'll have to see how accurate that is.
Yeah, well, we've got we've got at least 2 stops to do, because I can do the first 200 miles on what I've got in, and in theory I need 1 more big stop and 1 small stop, but we won't be doing it that way. We'll be doing a number of smaller stops, but we've got breakfast to have, we've got lunch to have, and this is probably going to go into the evening, so we might have an evening meal. So if we've got 3 stops while we're eating, we can be planning the next filming sessions, and we can be charging the car. So I think it's doable, that we don't have to stop anywhere to charge, but it's about as far as anyone's going to go.
And this is definitely substantially longer day than our typical filming days, which even during those we can film 4 to 5 videos. Yeah. So yeah, this is a bit beyond what we normally do. Yeah,
we're going to have a balance here. Normally when we go out, the priority is the video. So we will be planning everything to get the requisite number of videos in the bag. Here, the plan really is to get round the route. So we are going to be much shorter and quicker on the filming bits where we stop, and there's going to be more on the driving bit. And it's really to show people that, this has got 200-mile range, effectively. And that's the same as something like a Renault 5e. That's much more efficient than this, but this has got much bigger battery than the Renault. So in effect, if we had a Renault 5, we'd be able to do almost exactly the same journey with exactly the same number of stops.
So we're about 20 minutes away from Tebay services. That's our first stop. It's starting to brighten up a bit, just hit at 8:05. So what are we expecting?
Well, it's first up, it's purely for breakfast. We'll be doing some filming there because they were doing a lot of renovation and expansion last time we were there. So it'd be interesting to see what changes have been made.
Right, so we're approaching Tebay, our first stop, and somehow we have lost all the good weather and it is looking very much more overcast. So I think that is quite typical of the lakes, isn't it?
But I'm still very hungry, so I don't mind. Right, so this is northbound services, but the charges are on the Tesla charges on the southbound, but you can get across here, so it's really not a problem. So we want to go right the way round. So this is quite busy at the moment. There we go. Let's go this way around.
It's cars and EV charging marked on the road.
Yeah.
Electric car and Tesla charging.
Right.
So they've even got the sign for it.
Luckily, I do know the way, having been here so many times. But interesting it'll be to see the Westmoreland chargers, see how many of them are busy. And they're looking reasonably busy. And Tesla's going in there. Interesting. Wow. It's about half a mile on to the next Tesla supercharger, which is half price. Anyway, to each his own. What's really interesting to see is just the array of cars. Got an MG, we've got a Kia, we've got a...
you better get these right, because some people in the comments sometimes pull you up for getting Kias mixed up with things, isn't it?
I'm terrible, yeah. We got a BMW, iX3 and a Kia. So it's quite a selection. Right, so we're leaving the services now. Because this is southbound and we're heading north, we have to go back over the motorway, back into the northbound, and then pick up the exit on the motorway and head north. A little bit of a faff, but it's okay. Right, so it's now 9:13, so we were only there 20-25 minutes, something like that.
And that includes filming a video.
Yeah, we filmed a video. We're on 204 miles. So it's oh, that was green, so I'm going to go through that. So we've topped the car up again, and all while we were either having breakfast or lunch, whatever it was, and a little chat, or sitting down with the kids, sitting outside and getting a bit of the summer sun. So anyhow, so that's it. We're coming up to the motorway, so we're going to go over the motorway, back through Tebay northbound, and then onto the motorway again. And our next stop is Reggad.
Right, so we're off the motorway and we are heading to the Reggad Discovery Centre.
Now this is one that you absolutely have to visit if you're heading north and want to charge. There's a Tesla supercharger which is going to be open to all, not yet open. We don't think it's due any day now, so we never know exactly when it's going to go live. Could be a month, could be an hour. But this one, it's not on the motorway, but it's well worth the trip off. This is a services like you just wouldn't believe. So you've got to visit this one. It's an amazing location. So let's see what we find. Sweetened untruth example. Now, if you're new to the channel, you won't have any idea what we're talking about. Hang on till the end and we'll explain everything. Okay, now regular viewers will know the car well. We've called it Black Knight. Tesla allow you inside to call your car a particular name. I've chosen Black Knight. It goes back to the 60s with the pop, particularly poignant now with Ozzy Osbourne, Black Knight, Black Sabbath, etc. Anyway, what's going on? It's a 2016 car. It was actually made 2015 over in California. So it's an old model. It's coming up to 10 years old now. It was shipped over here. It was registered in early 2016. So it's a 2016 plate, but a 2015 model. It's the last of the old ones. We've got this panel at the front, which designates these are the older ones. After that, they changed to the sleeker style. I hate that bit. I love the sleeker style, but that's that. We beggars can't be choosers. Now, the reason we're in this car is this is an old car now. It's 100,000 miles. It's 10 years old. So we need to see what a car like this can do. And we're showing at the moment the full range on this is about 220, 230, 240 miles, somewhere like that, depending on your driving style. So it's still got a very good range. And when I tested a battery recently, it still had 90% of its original capacity. So what Tesla batteries tend to do is drop in the first 12, 18 months quite substantially, maybe 5%. And then after that, it's just a really gradual decline. Tesla data shows that there's very little difference between supercharging all the time to 100%, these are NMC by the way, or AC charging at home to 80%. So just a reminder, right, it's now 10:51 in the morning, sun's up, 21 degrees out there. We're just heading back the 2/3 of a mile to the motorway, and we're going to head north on the M6. We're showing 184 miles left, and then after that we're heading from, we're going to a grid serve location now, Todd Hills, and after that we're going to go straight across to Newcastle, which is showing us about 95 miles.
And just to be clear, we didn't charge at this latest stop. The Tesla chargers currently not yet open, and we didn't fancy spending lots of money on the grid serve ones.
So next stop is a grid serve location, which has a very specific attraction for us.
So it's about 30 minutes for us to get there, 31 miles.
We'll tell you all about it when we get there. Delighted, fixated, these. Well, for those of you following me on the channel, we're on our route today. It's a road trip, and we're doing about 480 miles, somewhere around there. And this is one of the stops. We got within 200 yards of Scotland. We're just north of Gretna Green at the moment, and we've stopped off here at Todd Hills, which is a grid serve and a Tesla open to all, and there's a very specific reason we stopped off here. So if you want to see, catch what that reason is, you need to check our videos down below.
Right, we're currently at Todd Hills.
Todd Hills, yeah.
Right, we're about to set off. We had certainly a charging experience at grid serve, which, yeah, that's a whole separate video, that one. What time is it?
Well, let's just give a quick overview or summary. Yep, 12:17. It's still the same day. 22 degrees outside. We have 170 miles of range left, and Newcastle is showing up as 60 miles, an hour and a half. So we're going to go straight there. It'll be about lunchtime when we get there, late lunch. So we'll stop for lunch and then do some filming around there.
And Tesla gives an indication of what percentage the battery will be at by the time we're there. So that's 51%, is it?
51%. So even though we've got 170, it's still saying we'll have half a battery left by the time we get there. So this is what I was saying about you don't have to charge up to 100% for every journey. We're going on a 60-mile journey. We're not full. We're about 80% full, and we'll get there with 50% full. So yeah, it's looking like my idea of not having to stop to charge is working out for this road trip.
Exactly, and just to be clear, we have charged a bit, probably about 5 minutes charge.
It's £3 worth, so 6 kilowatt hours.
Yeah, so we have to make some videos along the way, so it's not exactly representative of the average person and things, but then the average person will probably stop a bit longer and so get more of a charge at each stop.
timing is everything, and this is a fantastic example of that. It's why we get out on the road. We're taking it on. We're taking on EV chargers, and today we are on the A1M. And for all you viewers who say we never get over to the East Coast, this is about as East Coast as we get today. Newcastle is about 5 miles up that way. We are in Washington. A1M, this is East Coast, and we are heading to we are heading to a Tesla supercharger, but on the way we saw that there's a new one being completed here. It wasn't shown as live, and so we thought we'd call in before we go and have our lunch, and look what we found. We found the commissioning engineers here. Now, we haven't met up with these guys before. When you go out and about as much as we do, you do meet them. And they are here today. So we asked the obvious question. They look quite good. When are they going live? And the answer is today. Right, so the next step of our trip, we've just arrived in Washington, the Tesla supercharger. This is 8 V2 chargers. And as I came in, Jonas reminded me that I might actually break my record. I said I've never yet queued to charge. When I arrived, 7 cars here, just 1 bay left. So we got in. So we still hold that record. We've never charged. They are the V2s, and that means we're all sharing power. So these are going to be amazingly slow. So we're not going to stay and do a proper charge here. Not when it's this busy. We'll take a little bit on because we're going to get some lunch first. And when we have some lunch, you may as well plug in the car, and then we'll get on our way and see what we find on the way down south. Right, the really interesting thing is that although that's a really slow charger and we couldn't get any lunch, so it's no use to us, but it was absolutely packed, and we had 3 cars queuing at one point, and we've just left now. It's less than 10 minutes later, and we have just 4 cars left. The ones who are there have either given up or filled up, we don't know which, and they got 4 vacancies again. So it's a very fast turnover where we are. Just to give you a catch up, it's 14:47 now, so we still haven't had lunch. We've got 157 miles of range left, so I put about 30 or 40 miles in while we were doing that bit of filming and registering the car. So no panic on this. We're going to head down to a different charger now and do a film there, and then we're heading south. Just Dragon Stole. Okay, so we just arrived at a Fastnet charger, and one of the massive advantages of a Fastnet charger is they have a system called Auto Charge that is about almost as good as the Tesla supercharger experience.
Right, so we are currently in Durham, just stopped at the Tesla superchargers. It's 1612. We currently have a range of
207 miles.
207 miles, so we got plenty on there. And our next stop is
Newark.
So that's 2 hours 15 minutes away for 125 miles. So not the speediest journey on that one.
It's just quite amazing though, the way we've been charging. We just went in for a lunch, very late lunch by the way, because it's now just gone 4 o'clock.
Yeah, Washington was a bit of a letdown for
Washington,
that.
total letdown, but it's interesting that in that time we're back up to over 90%. And this means that we haven't taken any time to charge the car other than when we're stopping for a lunch. So we're heading all the way down to Newark. We're meeting up with a Patreon member down there. I'm going to do some filming in Newark, and then we're going to be heading roughly home with 1 or 2 stops on the way. But from Newark, if we just top it up there, we'll still have 100 miles left when we get to Newark. If we top it up there, back up to the 200, from Newark we can get home. It's only about 157 miles, I think, something like that. So we'll top up in Newark, get ourselves home, and we'll probably still have 20 or 30% left when we get home. And that will mean we have accomplished our road trip task, which is never to have to stop to charge the car. We haven't taken any time to stop the car. So unlike a petrol car where you'd have to stand there with a petrol nozzle, we've not done that. We've only taken the opportunity every time we do stop just to plug the car in.
We are currently at 17:32. We're making our way towards Newark to meet up with one of our Patreon members. The range is showing 128 miles left, so that's plenty for the 47 miles to our destination.
Speedy blacked blip. Okay, so this is very, very rare. In fact, this is the first time I've ever filmed this, and I've had this car for well over 5 years, probably 6 years now, and I have to say this is the first time. What you can see here is a Tesla supercharger with the lights on. We're plugged in, we're charging. Next to us, we got lights on, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 chargers, no lights on. And we tried to charge there and it failed. And this gentleman also tried to charge there and it failed. So I'm Dave, we're going to take on what's going on here. So we come all the way down south from Newcastle we were this morning, and we're meeting up with Jason. So welcome, Jason. Thanks very much for talking to me.
Okay, it's definitely getting darker. We are past 8 o'clock now. We're at 20:06. What's our range left?
We've got 197. So we stopped for another snack and a drink to put us in the right mood for going home. And while we were doing that, we charged the car. So we've topped it back up again and had an excellent, well, a strange experience at that charger, but you'll need to watch the videos to find out what went on there. But we're heading home now, so we've got 197 miles on the range, and the journey home is 124 miles. So we'll get home with about 70 miles of range left.
And after 10 o'clock, after what time did we start this morning?
7 o'clock this morning, and we're going to get home 10 past 10. So this has been an epic day, but a really exciting, enjoyable one. We've come across so many things that we wouldn't have come across any other way other than getting out here. And
even EV charging location failures with the power out have not actually prevented us from being able to charge without queuing.
Yeah, so one of the objects of the video was to see if we could do a whole trip. It's about 450 miles by the time we've finished. Do the whole trip without having to stop to charge. What we've done is every time we've stopped for a meal, for breakfast, lunch, or now for a tea, we've just taken advantage to charge, and it's absolutely succeeded. We've never had to queue, by the way, and we've succeeded in that we've never stopped.
Well, it's still 2 hours to go, so still...
Well, we're not stopping again.
Famous last words, we shall see what happens along the way.
So, assuming there's no 200-mile detour, which is not impossible, we're going to get home with about 70 miles of range left. It actually says 34% left, which is absolutely fine. So we've achieved one of the objectives of the video, which was of the day, which was to do the whole trip without having to stop to charge the car. So whereas all the petrol drivers would have had to stop on a journey of this length and spend 5 or 10 minutes at a petrol pump holding the nozzle into the car, we haven't. Every time we stopped, we've plugged in and gone off and done what it was we were doing, come back, whatever the state of charge of the battery, and just set off driving. And we've never arrived at a charge with less than 80 miles of range left.
And some of the legs of this journey have been pretty long, and absolutely we've been wanting to stop by the end of it.
Yeah. So that's been a success. So we'll put all this together and we'll let you see what the journey was.
Right, as you can see, it is very, very late. What time are we on at the moment?
I didn't say about past 10 or something like that.
About 10:30 at night. Set off at 7 o'clock in the morning. Achieved a total of
440 miles.
440 miles, with the goal being to not stop to charge, but only charge when we stop, which is what we achieved despite faulty chargers, despite
Oh, it was an amazing trip. We had 3 incredible videos that we made on the way of things that we hadn't expected, and that's why we just eventually ran out of time. We had to cut the journey slightly short because we were literally running out of time, and we didn't
cut off. We were going to go via Stoke-on-Trent. We had to cut off that whole part of the leg. So originally aiming for
we're going to go at 487 was the route, and we ended up with 440. But we achieved exactly what we wanted to achieve, which was never to have to stop, but only ever charge when we stop. Sweetened untruth example. I said I'd get back to it. Here we are at the end of the video, and we're back to it. What's it mean? Well, the whole of the country has been divided up into grids, and these grids are really quite small. They're about 3 meters by 3 meters, and each one has 3 words dedicated to it, and they're unique. There's no 2 3 words, groups of 3 words the same, and that will identify exactly where we are. If you go online, you can get an app, which is 3 words, and then run that, just put the 3 words in, it tells you where we are. The amazing thing is it can tell you not only where we are geographically, but it can tell you where we are within the confines of this particular services. So here, if we got 3 words and we walked to the other end, about 30 feet, it would be a different 3 words. Anyway, you know where we are now.
That's the end of the road trip. It has been very tiring, very exhausting. 13 hours out on the road. We've achieved what we wanted to. Please let us know any highlights from this video, from the trip that we've done, in the comments, and give us some suggestions for what route we should take next time we try this. And I think we're of the opinion that it will not be as long as this one.
So thanks for watching. I'm Dave.
I'm Jonas.
And if you like this video, please click the like button. If you'd like to subscribe, please subscribe and click the notification bell.